This is a full frame compact L mount lens that is pretty impressive. Now, I would probably say this is perfect and the most ideal for people who are travel photographers. They want a compact lens with the S9 or just some type of everyday carry type of lens. The price of this lens is around $499, but if you do buy this as a kit with the Lumix S9, you can get this with the S9 for $1,799, basically saving you 300 bucks. For the physical build, it's really light, only weighing around 155 grams or 0.34 pounds. This is an entire plastic around the entire camera body, with the only metal bit being the backside right here. Now, to actually use this lens, you kind of have to do something which I call the open position versus the closed position. So in the closed position, this lens is 1.6 inches tall, but in the open and when you're actually using the lens, it's 2.75 inches tall. So this is what it looks like in the open position at 18 mil, and then when you close and lock the lens, that's what the final position looks like. It's honestly a really compact lens. It's just, yeah, when you open it up, this is like most other compact lenses for full frame. It kind of has the shutdown mode or the closed position, and then when you open up to actually use it, that's what it actually is at the full length size, which only basically 3 inches or 2.75 inches is pretty small of a lens in itself. On the front is going to be a 62 mil filter thread, and this entire lens is splash dust proof. Basically, if you're in the rain or in your snow or in a sandstorm, you will be pretty set using this lens in multiple different conditions. Now, for the minimum focus distance, you can be 2.3 inches away from the glass. So for macro use, you actually can get pretty close to the lens when you want to film anything super close up. So it's pretty impressive. When the lens is in the closed position, it's only basically double the size of the 26 mil pancake lens, which this is an f8 lens that's all manual focus, and this is an f4.5 to 6.3 autofocus, and it's a zoom lens on top of that. It also has an auto and a manual focus switch, so you can change from auto to manual focus. And when you are doing a manual focus, the focus breathing is pretty good, I would say. There is a little bit of focus breathing on the edges of the corner, but honestly, when you are using the autofocus and you're not pulling from all the way to minimum focus distance to infinity, you're most likely not going to notice it. The variable aperture, I would say, is really subtle. Honestly, you're not going to be even noticing a difference in light and brightness when you are from that f4.5 to 6.3, unless you're in pretty dark conditions, but it's a very subtle variable aperture in the end. Now, one of my favorite things though about this lens in particular, not only being super small and being super compact, is actually pairing this up with the Lumix S9 and using the brand new feature called the hybrid zoom. When you put this on the Lumix S9 with the hybrid zoom for photo modes, you can get not only an 18 to 40, but you can zoom all the way to 120 mil. And the Lumix S9 has some type of technology adding sharpness. It's only going to make it a 2.5 megapixel photo, but for social media, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed that you can get an 18 to 120 mil focal length in this tiny little package. Then for hybrid zoom for video, you can end up getting your lens and turning it into an 18 to 40 into an 18 to 60 mil lens on any 4K 24 and 30 frames a second options. But what's also really cool, when you pair this with the Lumix S9 or S5 II or 2X, you can end up using the electronic stabilization. On standard, it's around a 1.1x crop, and then on high electronic stabilization, it's around a 1.4 to 1.45x crop. So that basically turns your 18 to 40 with the hybrid zoom turned on into an 18 to around an 87 mil focal range, which is pretty impressive for this tiny little lens. Being the first true compact lens from Lumix, I'm really impressed with not how small of a design this is, but how capable this lens is in itself. Anyways, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below on what you think about the new 18 to 40 mil lens from Lumix. If you want to check out my new video that I just released yesterday talking about the new firmware updates for the Lumix S9, check out that video right there. And then YouTube recommends you might like this video right here. Until next one, guys, peace.